Oh no, say it ain't so. Devin Haney jumps out the window and disses Boxingego. In this video, I'm gonna let you know what Devin Haney said about me, break it down, continue to cook. So I know y'all want to jump right into it. Let go. Devin Haney dissed your boy Ego. But what's funny is I put this up, and you guys should see it on the screen. Devin Haney, I don't know if you guys have known this, because I really don't make a big deal of these situations. Fighters, some of them are thin-skinned. They don't like what you have to say. They might block you. Happened before. I'm sure it'll happen again. It's part of the job being a YouTuber. So, in case you didn't know, Devin Haney has had me blocked before the Ryan Garcia fight. So, basically over a year. I've been blocked on Twitter. That means you can't engage with the person, right? Why is Devin Haney responding to my tweets? We'll get right into it. So, I received it, and basically what this was about was I'll read you the tweet so you guys know from the top. I'm very transparent. I says, okay, I just received some intel that could explain Devin Haney going to the United Kingdom, the UK, for an open workout at the Peacock Gym. I was told Riyadh season, they're having some kind of like press event and the Ring TV Awards for their stacked February 22nd Riyadh season card. So although Devin Haney is not on the card, he is basically clout chasing since the media will already be there with cameras covering the Ring TV Awards and the Riyadh season stuff. LOL. Similar to when you get a Canelo or Tank fight with PBC, and you'll see oftentimes like Top Rank or DAZN, they'll do a press conference the day of the fight, right? To kind of ride the coattail because they know everybody's in Vegas for Canelo's fight. They know everybody's in Vegas for Tank's fight or wherever the fight is. So they'll utilize that and say, hey, we're doing a media day in the morning, right? I said because the media is already there in Las Vegas and they can get a bigger turnout than just doing it on their own date. Hashtag clout chasers, hashtag ego. I said it, I posted it publicly, and I meant every word of it. To me, that's a clout chase. Obviously, this tweet started getting some traction, like it's almost at 35,000 or whatever. Devin Haney, I don't even know how he's seen it because he has me blocked, which is very bizarre. If you blocked me a year ago, right, and I'm going to be real. I'm going to start. I told y'all, leave me alone. I'm going to make this painful and I'm going to slowly release things. Now, let me, before I keep going, let me say this. I've spoke my truest thoughts on all subjects since I started. I don't care if you love it, if you hate it, don't watch me. It's that simple. Clearly, you have most people that get it, but then there's a few detractors or Haneyacks, and they'll say, oh, no, ego, why you make another video about Devin Haney? I'm not hearing nothing out. This man, him and his dad, his team, they keep dissing me. You on your own. You get what you get. It's so funny when Boxingego, I don't start anything. I speak my truth. I hit the record button. I hit the stop button, let you know what's going on in boxing, give you my opinion, take it how you want to take it, and I keep it pushing, right? I didn't call Devin Haney out of his name, right? I said what doing that is clout chasing, right? I didn't call him, but you'll see he called me a name. Bill Haney keep calling me names. So that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else about, oh, don't make a video. I make whatever content I want. That's not going to change. And I don't want to hear y'all begging for mercy saying, hey, stop telling the truth. Stop making videos. I mean, you can do it, but it's definitely going to fall on deaf ears. So just a little PSA. So that's what I said about an update to Devin's appearance in the UK, right? And Devin apparently seen this, even though he has me blocked. Hold on, let me show y'all. So you guys see, Devin has had me blocked for virtually a year, right? Devin Haney blocked. When you are blocked, you see what it says. You can view public posts from Devin Haney, but you are blocked from engaging with them. You can also cannot follow or message Devin Haney. So he responds to it, and this is me. He says, so you think I came all this way for a media workout? Your quote intel is wrong, lame. I love my UK fans, but I got a newborn baby at home. Okay, then why'd you go to the UK for a media day? If you have a newborn, that's, spend time with your family, whatever. So he says, your intel is wrong, lame. I love my UK fans, but I got a newborn baby at home. Okay, spend time with your family. Maybe if you wasn't on my so hard, you would see what's in front of your face. You know who I'm here to see. So I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm just going to assume he's talking about he's here to see Turkey, and he's going to all that, Ring magazine and all that type of stuff to meet with Turkey. And we'll see. We'll see what happens next. But from here on out, I don't want to hear nothing else. You heard the man. He calling me a lame and saying, oh, you on my da-da-da. These people are not who you guys think. They try to portray themselves a certain way in the public. But if you're not a yes man, basically, then this is how they act, right? Oh, man. Notice Boxingego never got dissed by the Haneys when Devin was doing, in my opinion, things that were right in his career. Undisputed, going to Australia for Cambosis. Even though it's just Cambosis, it's not like a world beater. I didn't really have anything negative. Lomachenko couldn't do it because of the Ukraine-Russia war. So Devin said, hey, I'll take the challenge, blase blah. I gave Devin credit, like I always do. If you're a fighter, you're not above criticism, but if you do it right, I give you credit. That's how it's always been, right? On my channel. But notice with the Haneys particularly, when you're giving them credit, singing their praises, when everything is hunky-dory, peachy keen, they don't have no problem with you. But if you do not stick to their script and push their narratives, then that's where the fakeness comes out and they show you who they really are. So like I said, it's on now. It's up. I'm going to continue. You saying your truth about me, I'm going to keep saying my truth about you. So be prepared. I don't want to hear nobody in the comment section talking about, oh, why? Don't make another video. Why? You get what you get. You got people calling me out of my name. So let's talk about it. He says I'm lame. Let's talk about that. What's really lame, bro? What's really lame? You say you're from the Bay Area and you grew up in Henderson and you went to private school, but then you're trying to keep this mafioso image. What's really lame? What's really lame when you have me blocked for, let's say, a year, right? And you were in my DMs. And again, I'm gonna start putting out stuff slowly but surely. And there was a phone call that was placed. But y'all, again, we gonna save that. But you could tell what did Pac say? You could tell the people you roll with whatever you want, but you will not know what's going on. So I still have the DM from Devin Haney and what he said. I left this man on red. He got mad and blocked me. What's really lame? He slid in my DM, right? He said something. I'll show you. I have the screenshot, the screen recorder, whatever. So keep it up. And I know you remember. I know you remember. So he slid in my DM, said something. I had a brief reply, like a 1-word reply. Then he said something else. And then I left it on red. I had nothing else to say. Then he ran. Next thing I know, he blocked me on IG and Twitter. Cool. So I continue doing my thing. So what's really lame? You said I'm lame for reporting boxing and giving my opinion, but you have me blocked to the point where I can't even respond. I can't engage with your content, but you're still responding to my tweet. How do you even see my tweet? And why would you respond to it when it's a one-way traffic where you can talk crazy to me and diss me, and then I can't go in your comment section because you have me blocked to reply to it? Bro, I'm going to show you. I'm going to expose who these people really are. That, to me, that's insecure. That's insecure when you get to throw the first stone. I can't even respond in your comment section because you have me blocked. And then you calling me lame. And the funny thing is why the Haneys, why are they so mad? Like, for example, they'll be like, oh, you content creators are stupid. Oh, you YouTubers are liars and don't know boxing and you guys are not good. Then why are you responding to my tweets? Why are you watching all of my content and all of my videos and even worried about me? If I'm so horrible and I'm a liar and what I am saying is not the truth, you should just let me self-destruct and look foolish. But deep down inside, you know that's not going to happen, and you know I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying is true, and your ego or pride, no pun intended, can't take it. So, like I said, I'm going to expose who these people really are, because there's some things behind the scenes that you guys aren't even privy to, because I don't even want to make it a public issue. But since I can't respond to Devin directly in his Twitter because he has me blocked, then we can do it like that. We can do it like that, bro. The Haneys, the moment you say anything about the Haneys or disagree, blah, 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 they're angry. And because they want a bunch of yes men. You heard it. Devin talking about, oh, I had to shave my entourage down and, you know, you get to see who your real friends are. But my thing is this, post Ryan Garcia fight, the Haneys continue to make all of the wrong moves. Devin's stock is at an all-time low. The lawsuit didn't help. The Carnival fight didn't help. Bill Haney arguing with people, taking shots. Instead of making allies, he's making enemies and dissing content creators, not just myself, but other content creators. And somehow, some way, they think this is going to help. And he's saying, you know who I'm here to see. I don't really know who you're there to see. But since it's a Turkey show, you know, the Ring Awards, he bought Ring. Maybe you're here to see Turkey. But then what? I think the Haneys are truly trying to have Turkey bankroll their career. And this also exposes the Haneys because everything they've told you, and I'm going to break this down scientifically, not just in this one video, but I'll continue to break it down in this space, right? They said the Tank era is over, facts. They said the Floyd Mayweather era is over, facts. This is what they said. This is what they claim. They said it is the Devin Haney era, and they keep saying it even after the Ryan Garcia fight, right? So if it is in fact the Tank era is over, Floyd's era is over, and it's the Haney era, why would an American fighter be doing a media day trying to get some publicity in England? And he's like, I love my UK fans. What UK fans? Like, when have you honestly heard UK blokes and lads say that, oh, Devin's my mate and we can't wait to see a Devin Haney fight? What I see, and I'm a content creator with several popular social medias, from Facebook like page to Instagram to YouTube to, I even have a TikTok. I don't really use that one as much, right? And I see people saying, oh, you really lost to Lomachenko. You like, if you go to UK YouTube channels that talk about Bill or have an interview with Bill or Devin, the comments are like, Ryan beat you, lawsuit. You really lost to Lomachenko. You should have 2 losses. Are you going to sue me? And he's talking about, I'm doing this for my UK fans. And then you're saying I'm lame, but then you have me blocked so I can't reply in your comment section, and you have a newborn. Like, what are we talking about? Shouldn't you be at home with your kid? Why are you worried about little old me? If I'm not this and that, and I'm a horrible content creator, and again, notice Devin and the Haneys never said anything about Boxingego until I spoke out, till I left them on red, till I, had criticisms, which a lot of them stem from the Ryan Garcia fight. And I spoke my mind, because you're not going to convince me that it's solely Osterine, which is the only reason why Devin looked like that. And the Haneyacks and the Haneys, apparently, they think going against everybody and arguing with the maddening crowd is going to resurrect Devin's career. But I see him in between a rock and a hard place. I truly believe they see Turkey handing out these paychecks, and I think they are trying to have him bankroll the next fight. But look at it. You could have fought Sandor Martin, facts. Top Rank won the purse bid. You gave up your belt and became a champion at recess with the WBC. It's a fact. You could have fought Liam Paro. Eddie Hearn was interested. Paro said he was interested. Then he said you wanted silly money. That's a fact, right? Richardson Hitchens beat Paro, called you out. You don't hear a peep from the Haneys responding to Richardson Hitchens and the new IBF champion. That's a fact. Show me where Devin Haney is saying, hey, me and Richardson Hitchens, let's lock it in next in New York. Right? Ryan, Devin said he's coming back in December, facts, at the Joshua Dubois fight. He told the media he's coming back in December. December came and went, no announcement. Then he said he's fighting in March, and we're a couple weeks out from February, no announcement still. You're doing the open workout with no announced fight, and then you're making it seem like, at least the way I'm interpreting his diss to me, you know who I'm here to see. I'm assuming you're talking about Turkey. So rumors are BLK Prime, which is obviously being laughed at, and you say you know who I'm here to see. Maybe you're here to see Turkey. Then what fight is he going to give you? Because you said you had a Tio fight. Bob Arum and Tio said they offered you a fight, and you said no. So to me, from hearing Bill Haney in interviews and whatnot, the Haneys are trying to have Turkey bankroll their career because they know his whole reputation, his whole brand has gotten Swiss cheesed, right? As a result, they're not confident in Haney's ability to draw on pay-per-view, which is where fighters historically have always made, star fighters have always made their money on pay-per-view. So that's not a good thing. Bill Haney literally did an interview that you can find on YouTube and said he's not effing with Top Rank because they're going to want to have a Tio fight with Devin achieve 100K till you start making real money and, getting back in money. So you don't think you could do 100K with a Tio fight? Isn't Tio's acting racist, saying monkey this and that? Long history there. You guys are sparred, don't seem to like each other. He's a champion. You're a former champion. That's not a good fight that you would believe in the fight that it could do 100K on pay-per-view. Like Tio versus Subriel Matias, good fight. That'll be harder to put on pay-per-view. But I would imagine people want to see Tio and Devin. So we'll see what Devin's next move is. And you better hope it's something promising, because if it's not, I'm coming like a porn star. I'm coming, I promise you. And again, I don't want to hear, you guys can say whatever you want. I don't care about none of that crying. These people continue to disrespect me. That's fine. I'm not disrespecting you and calling you names. I'm just telling you about yourself. If you can't stomach that and you want a bunch of yes men, that's your problem. But The way the Haneys are going about this, to me, is not becoming of the brand, and it doesn't change anything. Like, why are you beefing? If you have a newborn, why are you even worried about YouTubers? You're a first-time father. You're talking about lame, and you're a first-time father worried about Boxingego or the next YouTuber and what they done said about you. And you in the UK, I don't know for a fact, but because newborns, like new children in this world, their immune systems aren't strong, so you could be immune compromised. So most doctors would advise that the wife and especially the newborn not take a flight. So I don't know if Devin's newborn, I think he has a daughter, newborn daughter is in the UK with them, because again, most doctors aren't going to advise if you're that fresh to this world because your immune system is not built up. And, you know, people cough on the plane and stuff. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it until your child gets a little bit older. So you're calling me lame, but you're worried about my tweets. You're worried about a YouTuber. You're a millionaire, multimillionaire that just had a kid, and you worried about proving something to me. Hey, if I'm crazy, let me just be in my own world crazy. But y'all didn't want to do that, so get what you get. And yeah, that's how I feel. And then again, there's some things I'm going to slowly start releasing it so you guys get a better idea of the picture. I told y'all I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. There's things that you guys don't know about, and they'll probably come to light because this team won't let up. You should have just took the Ryan fight. And see, here's the thing. Devin Haney, he's always talking this, Allah's the perfect planner. Allah's the perfect planner. He makes no mistakes. If you truly believe that, to me, I'm not even Muslim, but to me, it interprets your God, Allah. The way I interpret that is you're saying that God don't make mistakes. Allah don't make any mistakes. This is part of your journey, part of your path. Take everything in stride. But this is a team with thin, paper thin skin. You're not taking things in stride at all. You're getting butthurt when people have real life criticisms for you and your career or doubts or whatever. The way you looked in the Ryan Garcia fight, of course people are going to have doubts. If you look like you look with Regis Prograis, half the people probably wouldn't be saying it. But Ryan, you said he's a C+ fighter. You said weight don't matter. You're an A+ fighter. Your dad was talking this jazz about stand in the center of the ring and trade. We go off Ryan. We go unalive Ryan. Everything I said is facts. These people are lying. I don't lie. You can say, oh, I don't like Ego's content, another Devin video. I don't care about none of that. You're not going to call me a liar. We can trace back these statements to the Haneys. You said it. Don't be mad at me because of what you said. That don't work. You said that Ryan was C+. So the aftermath of this fight has been tragic, but it's also been tragic because of how your team acted. You said Ryan was not on the level and you were going to prove it. And then now your options definitely look stifled and limited. And I truly believe you're looking to Turkey as like a savior, hoping that he'll save you because, you know, like you can't say the Mayweather in the Tank era is over and then you don't trust yourself to be on pay-per-view and you call yourself the face of boxing. Y'all got to make this make sense. You know it don't make sense. For example, I look at it like this. If you look at any business, look at what the top people in that space are doing. And if it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like, for example, Tank and Canelo Alvarez, payday, you'll want payday. I know they are the biggest stars in boxing with the milestones and the butts and seats and live gates to prove it, right? Why are they on PBC? Why are they on pay-per-view every time they fight? So to me, despite Riyadh season and what they got going on, or Top Rank and Bob Arum, what he says, or DAZN, Eddie Hearn, it's still a thing because why are the biggest stars on pay-per-view? Because when you're on pay-per-view, your money doesn't have a ceiling. Like, imagine if some rich family in India or Dubai or whatever said, hey, we want Floyd Mayweather to fight and we want them to fight Pacquiao, right? I believe he's going to my fight with, right? Floyd and Pacquiao, Maypac. And then some rich, like Middle Eastern family or Indian family or whatever said, we own Hotel Mumbai or something, and we got so much bread, we want to make the fight. We are going to give you guys $150,000, and then Floyd gets 75, and then Pacquiao gets 75. Guess what? They would be stifled because on pay-per-view, that's the number one selling fight of all time. So on the back end, they actually made more than that. Floyd himself had $100 million guarantee, just Floyd. So they ate with the fight. That's why if you're confident, which the Haneys clearly aren't, despite what they tell you, if you're truly confident, you're going to bet on yourself. You got a lot of fans and Haneyacks that keep saying, oh, the Haneys are independent. Yeah, they're betting on themselves. If you were truly betting on yourself, you would be betting on yourself on pay-per-view, not hoping Turkey can give you a lump sum of money to fight whoever, especially a tune-up. You would bet on yourself on pay-per-view. But after Ryan and Devin both complained and said they didn't get paid in full in the Haney-Garcia fight, that's because the fight didn't sell. Oscar told you that. He says, you can audit me. The fight didn't sell like you thought it was going to sell. That's why you're saying, oh, man, we didn't get paid right. It's not that you didn't get paid right. Eddie Hearn did an interview with Andre Ward and said you didn't have any minimums. Like you didn't have no like guaranteed minimums. So with that being said, you bet on yourself on pay-per-view. And in that instance, you thought the fight was probably going to be more successful than what the numbers actually shown. And I've told you that the people will always anoint who's a star. Bill Haney and Devin were telling you that Devin was ready and it was their era and Tank's era's demolished and Floyd era's over. But after the best win of Devin's career, Regis Prograis, less than 6 months later, he's in the worst space ever that he's ever been in professionally after the Ryan Garcia fight. Now they don't want to bet on themselves because they don't have belief. That's why I think they want to reach out and do business with Turkey, because Turkey, I guess he's just, passing out money, and he's passing out money to the point where you don't have to do good on pay-per-view. Like how many Usyk Fury 2, how many pay-per-views that sell? Crawford Madrimov, Better Be of Bevo 1. Like we don't even know what these fights sold because they're just front loading and they're just putting the money up front, And I think Devin wants that. He wants a Saudi sugar daddy because he knows his stock is hit and they probably feel like that's the best way to the bag. So before you call me lame, you better get your ducks in a row because we're going to continue to cook. It is what it is. It's always business. It's never nothing personal. We don't agree. But notice how when you don't agree, how the Haneyacks and the Haneys act. They act unprofessional. They talk all this, Allah's the perfect planner. Then if you really, truly believe that, then embrace the Ryan Garcia situation for what it is. It happened. There's no taking it back. You can't go back in time, and just own it. There were mistakes you made. No rematch clause, no rehydration clause, and just move on from it. But instead, you see Devin Haney, spoiled kid behavior. Like, oh, I'm suing now. Ryan must pay. Give him a lifetime ban. And you're calling somebody lame. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. I'm lame, but you went to private school, but you claim the Bay Area. I'm lame, but you got a newborn and you blocked me, so I can't respond to what you said in front of the people. You know what I mean? You gotta get yourself together. And again, like you're a multimillionaire with a newborn. Like, why do you even care about me, bro? Like, I'm gonna say my opinion. You don't have to like it. Don't watch me. I tell everybody that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Cool. But at the end of it, acting like this and acting omnipotent and, everybody else's fault and acting like boxing is Karen, I really don't see that as being the ticket. Anybody who says anything negative, there's several YouTubers that Haney's have targeted and dissed. Ellie Seckback, one of them. I'm not going to list a bunch of names. I don't know everybody, but I know Ellie. Bill Haney was like, "Oh, Ellie's wrong and he's racist," and any person that is not quote unquote obedient to Devin Haney, that's like, if you really believe Allah's the perfect planner, you don't have to do all that. Let nature take its course. You don't have to. Why is Bill Haney and the Haneyacks trying to control the narrative so much and so bad and change people's opinion? And that's the reality of it. And I told you, Devin, a lot of his stock was really hurt in the Ryan Garcia fight. So truthfully, you could have just got it back in blood. People would have been over this already if you and your dad weren't acting like this, right? And notice I don't have to yell and name call and cuss and scream and all this extra jazz that the Haneys do and the Haneyacks do, right? I'm just telling you what it is. This could have been over. You could have been back in the ring, fought some guys, beat some guys, and, get your bearings back. And people ultimately had no choice but to move on and forget about it. You're making it more relevant by your antics, yelling and cussing at people who disagree and responding to the Young Thug tape with your girl and all that. Like, if you're comfortable, if you got a great relationship and a newborn with her, live your life. That's what I believe. So it shows you how frail Devin's mentality truly is. And for me, I have my doubts. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, have my doubts that if Devin Haney fights someone I think that is a top guy in his next couple of fights, I have several doubts, because to me, I don't care about the physical. Ryan was sleeping you. You know what I mean? He was dropping you or whatever. Physical, you can recover from. But mentally, boxing to me is like 85% mental. And if this is how you mentally deal with adversity, it's not making me, and I'm sure a lot of people, into believers. If you're a warrior and you only lost because Ryan cheated and you really believe that, that's the only thing, why are you switching trainers so much? And then when people like myself call you out, you say, "Oh, you on my dick. Why you on my dick? Da da da." Why are you working out with all these different trainers and bringing in Nate Jones? If the only reason you look the way you look was because Ryan's a big fat cheater and Osterine and drug tests, then you don't have to change nothing. Like, if I was the fighter, or let's say we'll take it out of boxing. If I was a street racer and I had a car and somebody cheated and cut my brake lines or something and put banana peels in front of me, like on some Mario Kart stuff, and that's the only reason why they bested me in the race, I'm going to say run it back without the cheating stuff, without the banana peels and the little hacks and stuff. And I would be confident, like, this person really can't beat me. I didn't really lose. But people tell on themselves. And I think the Haney's insecurities and the way they're acting is truly telling on themselves of what they really believe. They don't really believe what they're saying, in my opinion, because you wouldn't have to prove all this stuff. Like, you got $1 million, you can go to all these vacation spots, you got a newborn, and you worried about commenting back to YouTubers and angry fans who let the fans have their fun. But again, it's too late now. What's done and done. You already kind of picked your poison and started drinking, so you might as well finish it. But Boxingego will definitely finish it. And like I said, I'm gonna start putting out little things slowly but surely. They play with the wrong one. You got the right one. I'm Ray Charles. You got the right one, baby. You know what I mean? Because I don't play that. Like, for me, I always kept it real on my channel. You don't have to like the video, but you don't have to call me out my name. You don't have to do this. Just don't watch me. That's it. We don't have to. I'm not begging for an interview. I don't have to interview you. You could have just been on that. That's fine. I don't care. But doing what they've done now is it's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm going to continue to speak the truth. And that's the way it's got to be. So good luck. We're going to see. We're going to see how your UK workout is, what the fans are saying about that. We're going to see a whole lot of stuff. And also when Devin get back in the ring. Devin, again, to me, his mentality is really there's a quote from General Patton, and he says something like, I judge a man not by his successes, but at times of adversity, and when he falls, how high he bounces back. Something to that effect. So in layman's terms, he's saying when everything's good and gravy, you don't really know and find out much about a person. When somebody loses or deals with adversity or some kind of pain or loss, that's going to show you who they really are. I know for a fact that I'm tough because I've taken so many losses in different arenas to the point where I've already proven time and time again that I'm resilient. You know what I mean? Had peaks, valleys, I've been up, been down, stuff like that. Devin, people say, oh, you went to private school or homeschool or whatever, Henderson, but you're trying to act gangster, blah, blah, blah. You're feeding into those claims that you didn't really grow up in Oakland and that you went to private school, which is cool. But just be you. If you went to private school or homeschool and you wasn't really outside like that, that's fine. But be you. But when you start acting a certain type of way, people who were outside, they tend to pick up on that, right? They tend to pick up on that. That's what I truly feel. And I feel like Devin Haney, he's almost like, I think he's a good kid. You're trying to be someone you're not. You was trying to chase Tank and do all this extra stuff, which is a lot of my critiques, that and the Ryan fight and just how certain things played out. You guys could check the old content for that. But now they've got themselves in a pickle because, like I said, you got the right one. You got the right one. I have a channel. I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability. I never lie on the kid. And, you know, you see how they act. You see how they respond. And again, I can't wait. I can't wait because there's things that you guys don't know that if I show y'all, it'll make a lot more sense, because what happens is people will act a certain way for the public, and then in the DMs or behind the scenes, other things are happening that don't really support what you're doing publicly. That's not me. I don't do that. I don't act a certain way and then like behind the scenes, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. But like I said, keep playing with it. I'm with it. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be what it is. And like I said, as far as Turkey, we'll see. We'll see if Turkey really wants to work with you and bails you out, or if you do BLK Prime. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I just want to see Devin's next move. But hopefully you make your next move your best move, because you haven't really been shining in the public eye. And, you know, the Haneyacks, they worried about YouTubers and stuff. Academics is bigger than just like boxing YouTubers. Academics, No Jumper, they posting the same stuff that Boxingego be posting. But you see the Haneyacks, they target YouTube. You think it's small. You worried about YouTube boxing. Boxing in YouTube, it's a niche community, you know. There's only a couple channels that got 1 million+ subs in boxing that only cover boxing. You know what I mean? What about the whole world? So it's like, why are you trying to control this narrative in this, you know, tiny YouTube boxing community space? The whole world's saying the same thing. The whole world's saying the same thing. And you're not going to be able to run from that fade. That's a different type of fade when you're getting faded by the whole world. And now that you talking crazy, I'm going to keep showing it. I'm going to show you the comments, and I'm going to make it painful, and I'm going to make my point, because this train is not going to stop. You're not going to derail what I'm saying because you don't like it. I've never been about that. I believe what I believe. I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. If you can't hang or you can't hack it, cool. I never asked nothing of you. I never asked for no money. You ain't never paid me to cover you. I never begged you for interviews or anything like that. So it could have just been that. But when you start making it personal, and doing some of the stuff that they've done, and like conspiring, trying to get YouTube channels to push weird agendas against Tank and spread Tank's mugshot, you're crossing different lines. And it's about time that somebody exposes these things with the Haneys, because this is like, that's not boxing. If you're a good fighter, you're a good fighter. Your work and your body of work is going to speak for itself. But this team, they want to play Karen. They want to throw stones and hide their hands. They want to create the most divisive community with black athletes, with black content creators, etc., and then act like they're on some black empowerment. Black fathers need to be there for their kids. That don't work. We don't believe you. You need more people. That does not work over here, bro. That does not work. You can't create the most division. Like Jalil Hackett lost, had nothing to do with Devin Haney. Devin take himself to Twitter and immediately diss a black fighter young in his career, Jalil Hackett. And like, this is the guy that was talking. You dissed Shakur Stevenson, said he didn't want to take your 25% and, you know, try to insult him. You talk Tank's name all the time. Bill Haney called Adrian Broner, a broke bum and started arguing with him. So many people that the Haneys have targeted, and a lot of them are black. When it comes to Bob Arum, they'll say stuff, but they don't say as much. They don't talk as jive as they do to Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum that they do to Broner. Like, it's inward this, inward that. Y'all got to peep and study how people move. Study why I would be mad. Study. That's why I said we pulling everything out the closet and we starting from scratch. Sometimes you got to destroy to ultimately rebuild. 2025, buckle up, get ready. Again, I like to just keep to myself. I don't bother nobody, but I will speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. And that's the Haneys all day. The Haneys all day. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm for sure making an instantaneous video. Whatever day, you better hope and pray I'm not at home. But whatever day and whatever moment Devin announces his next fight, who he's fighting, what network, come back to the channel, because I'm going to have a lot to say. And, you know, all the personals and calling me lame, dissing me, but then I don't have an opportunity to even respond because you blocked me years ago, knowing what you said in my DM. You know, I feel like it's phony. It really is. But that's my time. We unpacked. We unpacked. We unpacked. We unpack, coming to you live, Boxingego unpack, yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack.